welcome to Reviewverse. My name is Alex. I hope you guys are having a great day, or night, or evening, or whatever. This episode is going to cover the review of Wynonna Earp Season 4, Episode 2. This podcast does contain spoilers, so keep that in mind. Okay, so basically, the episode 2 of Wynonna Earp Season 4 was very good. It dives into Rachel Valdez. It dives into more of Waverly and Doc in the garden. And in the beginning of the episode, we know that Nicole last episode fell through that trap door thing when they were looking for the door to the garden. And Nicole ends up in the garden. I'm air quoting the word name Nicole. Nicole ends up in the garden, and Waverly thinks that it's her Nicole, but it's actually not. It's actually Eve. And the reason that it's Eve, we're not so sure. I'm not so sure how it plays into that, but it's Eve. And this Eve is evil. And she's trying to get into the real world to cause chaos and havoc and all that stuff. And in our world, the real Nicole and Wynonna are trying to get to the garden. And Rachel Valdez stops them when she learns that her mother died trying to keep the portal closed. And they have to talk her into letting them go through. Eventually, they talk her to calm down, and they open the portal and they go through. Meanwhile, Doc and Waverly are fighting a very fake Nicole, who shapeshifts into Jeremy and then shapeshifts into Wynonna. During the shapeshifting, Wynonna is able to get through the portal to get into the garden, which is good. But now she has to find Waverly. And Waverly is determined to keep Eve in the garden, even if that means taking her father's place and turning it to stone. Now, Wynonna is in the garden, and Nicole throws the ring, Julian's ring, Waverly's father. And so, it's a way to talk Waverly into coming back. Wynonna sees the shapeshifter, and Wynonna finds Doc and approaches him, but Doc is on high alert. He attacks. He goes into defense mode because he thinks it's the shapeshifter. And Wynonna tries everything she can to convince him that it's the real her. And eventually, they have a safe word. And that is how they figure out that it's the real Wynonna. Wynonna finds Waverly and talks her out of staying. But while they're talking, Doc throws fake Jeremy through a portal, which evidently, I'm assuming, is into the real world, our world. And during that time, Valdez and Nicole are about to get eaten alive by zombies. Eventually, they rescue Waverly, and they're going through each door trying to find the portal. And they cannot. And then a door starts to light up and open with light. So they figure, hey, that's the portal. So they jump through it. And they're back home. They're back in purgatory, but they're all separated. Wynonna is back at the stairs. Doc is by the well. I'm not too sure where Waverly's at, but they all run to find each other. Waverly runs to the homestead and nearly gets shot by Nicole. Nicole has been there trying to protect the homestead, and she sees Waverly, and Waverly sees her, and they run to each other, and they're reunited, and they hug, and there's emotions, and then they ask if each other's real, and then they have a kiss. And then, oh my goodness, the next, maybe 30 to maybe 45 seconds to maybe a minute to 2 minutes maybe is a full-blown sex scene. And I don't mean like I don't mean like it's like it just hee hee hoo hoo ha ha. I mean it's legit. It's pure art, if you ask me, as a lesbian who only has ever seen content be sexualized. It's beautiful. And then it's on stairs. So like wow. And then Doc and Wynonna are reunited and they figure out that something's wrong with the town. Waverly learns that they've been gone for 18 months, 3 weeks, and 4 days. A year and a half. All of them. Just by being in the garden. So obviously, time doesn't exist in the garden. Time exists outside of the garden. And that's the review for today. Thank you for listening. I will be reviewing episode 1 tomorrow. The reason I reviewed episode 2 today was because I wanted to talk about the way hot scene near the very end. Like I always say, drink water, wear a mask, stay at home if you can, and gay rights, Black Lives Matter. You are loved, you are valid, and yeah. Thank you for listening.